Hi everyone and welcome to Nicko's Kitchen once again. Today, something a little different. We're not cooking food, but we are making probably the most popular beverage in the world, a cup of coffee. But we're going to do it Nicko's way. Alrighty guys, so we're making a coffee. A little bit different, okay, but I'm going to show you how you can all have great coffee every morning when you start the day for those coffeeholics out there who just cannot start the day without a coffee, and they usually resort to the instant dishwater stuff that comes out of a jar. So I'm going to show you a really easy way to make your own perfect coffee. Okay, it's going to be a flat white. Now this is what you're going to need. You're going to need some milk, of course. Okay, you're going to need some raw sugar. Okay, must be raw sugar, guys, because you'll get this beautiful caramelization happening, and I just love the flavor. It's much better than white sugar. Now, very importantly, the coffee beans, just like that. Okay, coffee beans. Now guys, there are obviously many variations of coffee beans, and there are many variations of levels of whether the premium product or just sort of mediocre stuff. You get what you can afford. Any coffee bean is better than the instant stuff, let me tell you. Okay, any coffee bean is better than the instant stuff. Now just quickly on the storage of coffee beans, okay, because I'm sure someone out there will ask, how do I store it properly, Nicko? Well, this is how you do store them. In a Ziploc bag, okay, then you pop that bag in an airtight container and put it in your cupboard. Okay, a lot of people make the mistake of putting the coffee beans straight into the fridge. Don't. It must be airtight, okay, and put it in just a room temperature, but just a dark place, guys, okay, so no light, and definitely don't put it in the fridge. Right, let's get started. Right guys, just before we start, I wanted to thank you all for posting your questions on the pancake video. We did a throw out there for some questions, about 50 questions for my interview with Nicko video. Now we received well over, we probably received about 100 questions, and I'm going to answer them all, but that video that I answer your emails in won't be here on this channel. Okay, you've got to go over, and I'm going to put a little annotation right here, look right there, and you're going to go over to that channel, which is my new channel, Nicko's blog, and there I'm going to upload tomorrow the answer to all your questions, and we're going to read out all your usernames and we'll have a bit of fun with it. So go over to that little annotation, go and subscribe to Nicko's blog, because that's the only way you're going to see that video, because it won't be here. So all of you who asked the question, hop over there and get subscribing. Guys, so you're going to need a coffee grinder. Okay, now you can pick these up for like 10 bucks. Okay, they're very inexpensive. Some of you will probably have them at home, but if you don't, just go out to any kitchen shop or any place like that, even your supermarket should have them, and go and get a coffee grinder. Right guys, so I've just filled up my coffee grinder just up until the baseline there, okay, just up until that line. Right guys, so we put the lid straight on there like that. Now guys, with coffee, timing is everything, okay, very important, and this is probably the most crucial part of making a decent coffee, is the grinding, because if you over grind them, the coffee beans will burn. Oh, those aromas, that fresh coffee smell just hitting you. It's beautiful. Right guys, the other thing you want to be really precise with as well is your water temperature when you're boiling the kettle. Now, fortunately, my kettle has a temperature control which I can change like that, okay, because obviously 100 degrees is boiling point. Now, you don't want the water to boil, so I set it at about 85, okay. Now if you don't have one of these kettles, what you do is just keep watching the kettle very closely, and as soon as those tiny little bubbles start appearing, stop the kettle. Right guys, the other little gadget you got to have is a coffee plunger, okay? Because we're not going to be using one of those big expensive coffee machines. We're going to be using a coffee plunger, which is basically a jug like that, and we've got a plunger that just goes down, and then the lid that goes on the top. Okay, now you can pick these up for about $5, guys. All right, so then again, they're not expensive. So first thing we want to do is get our coffee, and we want to put our coffee straight in the jug. Then what I want you to do, guys, making sure again that your water's not really boiling, is just pour the water in. Okay, and I always pour the water in up until, I'll show you, just below the handle mark, which is there. Okay, now give it a stir. Just put your top on like that, and you'll see, guys, you'll see just here me move until I get some resistance on the top and I can't push down any further. Okay, that water's just giving me slight resistance. Now again, timing is everything, very important. 3 minutes. Leave it here for 3 minutes. Now while this is leaving here for 3 minutes, I'm going to show you what else we're going to do to get this cup of coffee going. Now guys, to keep your coffee warm, what you should do first before you put any coffee in is just with some boiling water, pour it straight into the coffee cup like that, and just leave it there, because what that will do, it will warm up the coffee mugs. Alrighty guys, so now I want to get our milk, and I just want to pour it into a microwave safe container. Then guys, I want to pop it in the microwave for 2.5 minutes, okay? 2.5 minutes in the microwave. We want to get this nice and hot. Alrighty guys, so our coffee's been here for 3 minutes, so what I want to do, just on the top there, you can see there, alright? I want to push down on that, and you'll see, look at that. Alright, I'm pushing it down, I'm pushing it down, I'm pushing it down. You can see the separation there between the sediment at the bottom and the coffee that's coming up. So push down until you cannot push anymore, just like that, and we'll get finished on our coffee. I want to get our sugar. Now depending on how many sugars, or in fact if you have one at all, okay, just want to put the sugar in there. Now obviously we've taken the water out from our cup, so our cup's nice and warm. And now I want to pour in our beautiful coffee, and have a look at this golden stream. Absolutely gorgeous. Just give the sugar and the coffee a mix through, and then the milk from the microwave that we heated up, we're just going to pour that straight in. So there you go guys, Nicko's easy cup of coffee that you could make at home anytime. It's really easy guys, so give it a go. Alrighty guys, as always, the ingredients are that way on the side of the page. Check it out. Don't forget to go over to Nicko's blog and subscribe. Like I said, we're having heaps and heaps of fun over there. We're doing a vlog every day of what happens around this house and just the craziness we get up to. So check it out. Tell us what you think. Anyway guys, you take care, and I'll see you next time.